about the emails. I think that's factored into what people think, and now they're choosing a president.
Hillary Clinton held a news conference on Friday after the FBI bombshell. To make some sense out of all of this, Stephen Roberts, ABC News political analyst. Good morning, Stephen Roberts.
Hi, McGraw.
All right, so explain this one to me. What is going on?
Look, I think that there are two competing vectors here. On one hand, Hillary Clinton has at times been her own worst enemy. One of the reasons why this story has so much traction is that she has repeatedly, not just in this campaign, but over her entire career, never quite come clean with the American people on many issues. She's earned her reputation for not being straight or trustworthy, which is one of the reasons during the primaries when voters who cared about a candidate being honest and trustworthy, 8 or 9 out of 10 voted for Bernie Sanders. Having said that, the move by the FBI Director Comey to release this letter in the middle of a campaign clearly violates FBI rules and Justice Department rules and tradition. Those rules say that precisely because information like this can be exploited and exaggerated and distorted in the heat of a campaign, that it is very clear guidance that prosecutors and investigators do not release this kind of information within a couple months of a campaign. So Clinton has caused a lot of her own problems, but the action by the FBI director is really unprecedented. And a lot of Republican professionals, let alone Democrats, but a lot of professional Republican lawyers are very upset with what Comey did because he had to know, McGraw, he had to know that this would immediately be a highly exaggerated and sensationalized issue because Donald Trump would seize on it. Comey is already a figure in Donald Trump ads. If his statement last summer about Clinton being extremely careless, I see Comey in virtually every Trump ad. He had to know how explosive this would be, how he had to know that he was going against Justice Department guidelines, and he went ahead anyway.
When you first heard the story on Friday, anyway, this was my reaction, was, oh my goodness, this is a bombshell. And then when you find out that they don't know what's in these emails and they haven't looked at these emails, you have to ask the question, why would you say this so close to an election if you don't know what it is you have in your, maybe you have nothing, maybe you have something, but shouldn't you find out what you have before you actually say something like this?
Well, that's my view, and that's the view of an awful lot of people, and not just partisan Democrats. Because, look, the reason why you don't send a letter like this is because what you just described easily becomes submerged, easily becomes exaggerated. The first reactions on the part of Republican partisans was, the investigation in Hillary Clinton has been reopened. That is not true, because they don't even know what's in the emails. They still don't. They didn't even get the warrant to actually look at the emails till yesterday. So the storyline is somehow new evidence has surfaced incriminating Clinton, but that is not true, because they don't even know what the evidence says. So I agree with you that this is very unfair, because Comey had to know that Trump would immediately exaggerate and distort and exploit his statement, that he was immediately going to be misunderstood, that he would immediately plunge himself into the middle of a campaign. Now, as I say, one of the reasons why it's damaging is because Clinton herself, at times on this issue, has been her own worst enemy, and we have to stipulate that. But what Comey did is he could, if he winds up changing the results of the election, which, by the way, I do not think is going to happen, but there's no doubt that it's damaging for Clinton. There's no doubt that it's going to cost her some votes. There's no doubt that it could affect down ballot races and races like the Senate race in Missouri. He's done something totally unprecedented.
Is he going to say anything else? Are they going to say anything else? Are they going to do anything else? Because both campaigns are demanding more information sooner rather than later because of all this.
Yeah, but both are betting very differently on the outcome of what he's going to say. The Clinton people are desperate for him to say more because they believe firmly that if once people look at the emails, the conclusion will be, as it was last summer, that whatever mistake she made in handling the emails, it does not rise to the level of criminal behavior, which is a pretty high bar. You have to prove that people deliberately mishandled classified information. And so they are hoping that once those emails are examined, that Comey will make a statement exonerating Clinton from culpability on the eve of the election. But the Trump people are making the exact opposite bet. They are betting that if Comey does come out with a statement before the election, that he will condemn Clinton and he will say there are damaging material, which could, in fact, if that further statement would have come out, that really could affect the outcome in the last few days. But let's remember, the basics have not changed.
Stephen Roberts, keep your phone on. We might be needing you between now and Election Day. Thanks for checking in.
I'll be here if I can help you.
All right, thanks. Stephen Roberts, ABC News political analyst, 744 here, Big 550.